Everyone played video games in school. Everyone. The only people I can think of that didn't play games were nerds and girls. And even some of the nerds started playing games when their lessons got boring. And I think the girls played like Wordle, but that doesn't count. That's not a game. My mum plays that. The Wordle today was Gusty, by the way, if you didn't know. Sorry if I spoiled it. And I got it in 3 guesses. Over my years of experience playing games in school, I've landed on the conclusion that it is significantly harder than just playing at home. Firstly, you've got to actually play the game, which I can struggle with anyway. Then you've got to watch out for the teacher and make sure they don't catch you. And you've also got to do some work here and there, because if you submit a blank document after what was supposed to be an hour's work, your teacher's going to get suspicious. Now, the best teacher you can possibly get for a lesson is a supply, or a cover, or whatever you want to call them. And I feel bad for these guys. They have to come in every day to a class of kids they don't know, and people just take the piss. These guys are made to believe that this kid in the back is actually called Quandale Dingle, while simultaneously having to teach him about the themes and quotes in Macbeth. It's got to be a horrible job. But if you're a supply teacher and you want to get kids on your side, just let them play games. They will love you. I used to get this supply in school who had the rule, if I can't see it, it's not happening. Which is probably not the best rule to live your life by, but when it comes to playing games in school, mwah, perfect. I love you. Now, when I talk about playing games in school, you probably think of Cool Math Games, Friv, Pokey, Miniclip, but the best collection of web games ever, Papa's Pizzeria. Oh my god, Papa's Pizzeria. I love Papa's Pizzeria. I probably spent more time in school playing Papa's Pizzeria than I did doing work. That's really bad. But look at this. This is so cool. I can take my order here, slap on the toppings, cook the pizza, cut it up, serve, boom. Look at those tips. I actually spent a ridiculous amount of time playing this game, and my record is day 121, and if you beat that, then you're lying, because no one's better than me. Now, although a majority of my time playing video games in school was spent playing one of the 14 Papa's Pizzerias, the first game I ever played in school was Minecraft. Now this was in 2014, which is like peak nostalgia Minecraft period, right? But my parents didn't love me enough to buy it for me, so I'd only seen snippets of it on YouTube. So you can imagine what was going on in my 7-year-old brain when I dragged my pudgy ass into after school club to see that they had Minecraft on the laptops. Now this was a double win, right? Because not only did I get to play Minecraft for the first time, but I also didn't even have to hide it from any teachers because it was after school club. The teachers didn't care what we were doing. They didn't even want to be there. They just wanted to go home. So they gave us free reign to do whatever we wanted to do on the laptops. To an extent. So I obviously spent those 3 hours in the after school club playing Minecraft and was so invested into it that my parents had to physically drag me away from the table to get me to stop. And after that, I was hooked. The minute I got home, I downloaded Pocket Edition on the family iPad, because apparently that's a thing that no one told me, and that's how I became an iPad kid. That's what you get for restricting my screen time so severely in my younger years, mum. Maybe you should have considered the neuropsychological impacts that a severe screen restriction could have caused. Like, I don't know, it later leading to a severe screen addiction that I sucked myself into in order to make up for the on-screen hours I felt like I'd lost, which led to a decrease in empathetic and social skills as a result. I'm just kidding, she's lovely. I'm not addicted, I just make YouTube videos. Now one time I was playing games in school, who would have guessed, and I was sitting in a line with like 4 of my friends, and we were all playing the same game. It was called Wheat Farming and was a massive waste of time, but we were all playing this game and we were in the back of the class with our laptops obviously facing away from the teacher. So there should have been no way that the teacher could have found out what we were doing. But behind us, there was a window where you could see from the classroom into the corridor, and I guess the other way too. So as we were playing, another teacher who was just walking down the corridor peeks into our classroom and just sees the 4 of us playing wheat farming in the middle of history. Now you know what? Fair enough. You caught me. I should probably have been focusing on the development of modern medicine instead of trying to unbox a mythical pet in wheat farming. So the teacher from the corridor comes into the classroom, stares at the 4 of us playing games and says, "Do you boys have anything you'd like to say?" Yeah. I was just admiring the role Jon Snow played in the eradication of cholera in 19th century London. You know, without his revolutionary work, we'd probably all still be drinking water. And this motherfucker goes, "These 3 boys were playing games in your class, sir." Okay, 1, it's not just a game, it's wheat farming. And 2, there's 4 of us, you blind f***. I get that you're doing your job and all, ratting us out, but at least snitch on all of us, okay? Don't let this smug froggy f*** get away with it. I know it doesn't seem that important, but like, why did he get away with it? We were all playing games, you could clearly see all of our screens from the window, why is he special? I was annoyed at that guy for like a week after that, and it wasn't even his fault. He's a lovely fella though. I think I might just be a bad friend. You know what, mate? I'm happy you didn't get caught playing games in Year 11 history. It taught me a valuable lesson about playing games in school. Now, on that note, just before I go, I'm going to teach you how to effectively hide your video game playing habits from your teachers in school. Lesson 1 is to always play on a low brightness. Now, this might make your game slightly harder to play, but it ensures that even if there is a massive window behind you, no sneaky teachers can come in and snitch on you. Lesson 2 is to always play on double mute. What does that mean? Well, basically, it means that whenever you're playing a game, you not only need to mute your laptop, but actually mute the game itself as well. This makes sure that even if your finger slips onto the volume button while grinding for that mythical pet, your laptop won't snitch on you. The third and final lesson is to always have another tab of work open. For optimal security while playing games in school, you should always want to be doing a little bit of work on the side. This makes sure that when checking around for work, your teacher doesn't get too suspicious and probably just thinks you're a bit thick. Playing games in school is fine. If you're under the age of 16, you're fine. As long as you're getting a majority of your work done and you're not falling behind on grades or anything, you have nothing to worry about. Just make sure you don't get caught.